you're always talking about this girl's not a this, she's a 6. But you're the one rolling around the gargoyles and gremlins. People would be saying, how can they support the channel? Chiso, by Chiso. I've got tops, I've got hoodies, I've got the Dragon Ball Z tees, like the Pain and Full Star tees. You lot could support, buy some of the merch. I'll be able to churn out more content. This one I'm just waiting by myself for the moment, and I'll bring out more colors. Please support. The other day, for instance, there was someone's birthday, yeah? A couple of days ago. I don't even care if they see this, to be fair. So it was someone's birthday a couple of days. I just stopped caring these days. It was someone's birthday a couple of days ago, yeah. And Gabriel was too funny. So the person, yeah, on Instagram, when you see the Instagram, they look like, wow. So one time the person's gone Gabriel's shop to get takeaway now, and the person has said to Gabriel, oh yeah, it was me that messaged you about. Gabriel was like, then after, like, instantly Gabriel's messaged me and said, oh, this person came to my shop to get takeaway. I said, I know what you're about to say. He goes, what? I said, nah, say it, because I already know what you're about. He goes, bro, she don't look like the Instagram. When
just threw Gabriel under the bus.
You know,
so
like, just
far under the bus.
Yeah, man just went, hey guys, you know Gabriel? Boom.
But I said straight to him as well. I said, bro, boy, the filters, it's like she goes before she
Let
ever
me
posts
save.
it.
Let me just save.
No, you don't need to save me.
No.
You don't even need to save me on this one. You
finish.
don't even need to save me on this one. I've never seen her post bareface on her Insta.
Yeah, but
no. But at the same time, before she posts, it's like everything has to be choreographed. You know what I mean? So that's why when Gabriel's seen her, you've seen her bare face. There's no filter. There's no makeup. It's a shock to him, innit? It looks like a whole different person. I was like,
Do you know what? Respectfully, yeah.
The other day there was wait. Let me go back to it.
No,
the other day, wait, Benny. Let me go back to it. The other day, yeah, there was a thingy. No. There was a clip, and this clip's going viral at the moment, where the woman says at the beginning of the clip, there's not as much good-looking men as women. Then it cuts into the guy, and the guy said, "Rah, if we had all the makeup, we had the wigs, we had the filters that you lot slap on," because she said this, and she's literally fully made up and everything. Then the guy was like, "Rah, most people are average, but he said most people are average, but a lot of women think they're more than average just due to how they look when they put their makeup and the filters and the picture and all of that." So he said that, "Rah, if us guys had the same advantage."
Sounds like he just wants to get dolled up.
That's kind of what it sounds like.
No, but you get what I'm saying?
Like.
What I would say
reality is how you look when you come out the shower.
What I would say is this, yeah. You have to be comfy in your own skin, and I'm comfy in my own skin.
Don't ever slap a filter on me when we're taking a video.
And the thing is,
no.
The thing is,
I'll stay out of it.
This is what's problematic for me, and this is anyone who knows me will, you know what I mean. But I'm not really. You see the heavy makeup thing. I don't like. I need you to be able to unlock your phone with Face ID, whether you've got makeup on or not. No, because it's really like that. It's really like that. Like it's really. If you can't,
you said control changes the biometrics.
No, bro, it's really like that. If you can't, it's really like that. And for me, this is my personal preference. Yeah, this is what I think and feel. When one is wearing their makeup, I would like you to look enhanced, not different. I don't want you to look different because I like you for the way you look, as well as many other things, but I don't want you to look like a different person. But that's just me one, and each to their own. Certain man, because you see where it is, there's like a particular type of makeup now. So, like you might go somewhere, and there's 20 women that all look the same because they all followed the same tutorial, and they all look the same. They've all got.
It goes. I see the line on Insta.
Yeah, the tiger stripes, all of that. Like it's all.
I've seen it Insta.
It's all very.
I'm not voting. I've seen it on Insta. I already know the routine now.
Very specific.
I've seen so much people I know it.
And it's like oh, people. The retaliation for men is but your beard doesn't connect or your hairline or whatever. And it's like
we're just all so mean to each other.
But the thing is like, fine, okay, my beard doesn't connect, all right, and I'm not doing anything about it. I'm comfy in my skin. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to run to somebody to get a beard transplant or get weave on my face. Like I'm comfy. No, because man them out there doing
Man, them are doing it still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear you.
Man,
I
they
hear you.
transplant.
And obviously that's extreme. Obviously.
And sorry,
Who wants to
I
finish?
say it because I say it because like women liken things like some women liken things like weave or makeup to a man having a beard. It's not the same at all.
We grow ours.
I don't feel like I care for this conversation. I'll just be honest. I don't.
Quick question: Would you wear makeup to the gym?
No, but no, I have one. It depends. If I'm coming from work,
Yeah.
I'm not going to take my makeup off
Yeah.
when I'm going to the gym. If
No,
it's on,
you-
it's on. But I'm not going to put.
You
makeup
know what I
on
say
to
that? I
work.
see people
No.
in the gym in the morning with full makeup, and I think to myself, how long does it take you to get ready for gym?
Well, you might think it's full makeup, but it might not be. And just obviously, Gabriel, you threw him under the bus, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like
That guy can't catch a break.
if that's the life that you're going to live, where you're doing up filter, you're doing up whatever, you have to maintain that. You cannot pull up to Scion, of all places, okay, that you know is owned by Gabriel, without looking the way that, and then have a conversation as well. Like, oh, it was me who, respectfully, like,
She said the audacity.
you can't. No, you can't do. I don't think you can do that. I don't
So
think you
she
can
has
do
to
that.
walk with a filter in real life all the time.
You got to do your makeup at least. You can't come in barefaced when you've been selling this image. I'm not really big on like lots of makeup. I don't really wear a lot of makeup
What
generally,
she's saying
but
is consistency. I hear that.
just be consistent. You
hear
can't
that.
be one way and then be another
hear
way,
that.
because
even
you
mad
will
at
get
that.
caught. But it's
she
actually
might have just
asking
been
for
hungry that day and just get me
it.
in and out.
No, you can't be that hungry, man. You got to go Morley's,
No, I hear that. I
Nando's,
respect
something.
it. I
You
respect
can't
it.
be
I
that
respect it.
hungry.
I respect
Come on. It's shocking, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, I don't. Obviously, there's a difference between weave or wigs or whatever, and someone growing their beard. But I just think let people just do what they want to do. And if there's a girl that wears a lot of makeup and that's not your vibe,
Yeah, no, that's all I'm saying.
then
is-
just don't go near her.
That's all I'm saying is my preference. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I remember one time, yeah. People might come for me. I fully couldn't care less. I remember one time I went away with my ex. Yeah, it's like 7 years ago, and I prefer natural hair in it, and I get like why certain hairstyles, like protective styles, etc., whatever. And we were going out. No, we were going away. Sorry, and she was packing, and she went to pack a wig stand. And I just started laughing, yeah, because I'd never been with somebody that was like that in it.
Yeah.
So I was like, "What is that?" Like, what is
Sit in the
that?
middle,
What's
of,
happening
in the
here?
middle of the night, the wig stand
Like-
just looking at you in the bed.
And I'm like, she's like, "It's my wig stand." I was like, "Yeah, but like," what? She's like, "Well, obviously, because you know I'm gonna bring like 2 or 3 wigs." I was like, oh. And again, it's just because of preference, innit? But obviously, with growth comes some level of understanding. But yeah, it was just that was my first real introduction to like.
I'm sure
raw.
it's normal for you now. You've seen several since, right?
I've seen a few wigs.
Wig
You know,
stands.
a few
she's,
wigs.
she's trying to give you
Wig
different.
stands.
She's trying to give you different women every night.
I see.
I'm just saying, innit?
She's giving you options. You know,
I seen a
one
few
night
wigs
you're
stand.
with
saying Bob today.
Bob today.
No.
long hair Keisha tomorrow.
But again, like what you're saying, each to their own. If you like it, then go for that. If you don't like it, don't go for that.
Simple.
You know what I mean? But I feel like everyone's policing everything a bit too much now, because it's like you can't. It's like you can't do anything.
Everyone wants to look too perfect all the time.
Yeah.
Like I've seen people like you see, like if they take a picture while they're outside, it could be the most smallest little thing. No. That picture's not. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, right, you don't look bad, but it's just in their eyes they critique themselves so.
But then
But
badly.
is it because they critique themselves so much, or because we're in
people-
a society
right.
where
this is it.
everyone critiques everyone so much, so people are so much more conscious of just
Yeah.
putting something out. Do you know what I mean? You
100%.
could be comfortable in your own skin, and social media will
We'll tear,
Hammer
you down,
you.
will
yeah,
tear
it's
that
true.
down.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably where it comes from.
And do you know what as well? A lot of people don't realise that they're not everybody's cup of tea. So like, you might be a 12 out of 10 to him, but you could be a 2 out of 10
to him. Yeah.
And a lot of people can't deal with that. I remember once upon a time, I was speaking to someone, and she's like, "Oh, how tall are you?" Told her how tall I was.
How
Years
tall are you,
back.
Manny? Tell the camera.
Can't remember.
Tell the camera. Obviously, I know you want to share it. I know you want to share it. So,
No.
is it 6'3",
No,
6'4"?
but hear what I'm saying.
Just tell him, innit?
So I told her, I answered her question. She's like, "Oh, you're way too tall for me." I was like, "Oh,
Okay, sis.
okay." She was like, "Okay, anyway, see you later." I was like, gobsmacked. But then I gave a free ball to my don, and you know,
He scored.
the rest is history. But people have to understand that, you know, what you are really might be somebody's complete list, but then it might be somebody else's complete steer clear. A lot of people can't deal with that.
Do you know, I've got a question. Do you think that there are some humans that are universally attractive?
Yes.
Like everyone will find them attractive. Maybe not fancy them or want to pursue them, but can look at them and be like, do you know what? I see it.
Nia Long.
Yeah. No, okay, fair. What, now or then?
Now.
No.
Okay, sis.
Ever.
Nia Long is in her 50s, you know,
I know.
and looking anyway.
All right, so you think that Nia Long is like every single man will look at her and be like, yeah, okay.
I would struggle to understand the reasoning of a man that would look at Nia Long and be like,
Are there any women that are not black that you feel that way about?
yes.
Who?
I'd have to think about it.
Okay, sure. Okay, good answer. What about you, Chiz?
Yeah, it's never gonna roll off the head, is it? Yeah.
Boy, quick draw out on that.
Small one, innit? Do we need to come back to you? So other than right, so Manny chose Nia Long. What about you? Any race?
I think Halle Berry would have had that effect as well.
Can I just say?
I think she would have had that effect.
Do you know what? Okay, do you know what?
In her prime, definitely she would have had that
here's-
effect across the board.
Here's perhaps an argument to the point that you're making. And I would have... Halle Berry is not ugly. She's not. I can't stand her. And so for that reason, I wouldn't even... And the reason I can't stand her is because of Monsters Ball.
All right.
So
she gave you the ick.
Bro, not even the ick, yeah. It's... There's so many levels to that performance that people don't like.
Actually, you know who? Ashanti.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
You think she's universally
Yeah,
attractive?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. So Halle Berry still counts because the only reason, physically you said she's attractive.
yeah, she's attractive. Yeah,
But you just don't like her because
Yeah.
of the movie.
yeah.
Okay. Has anyone come up with anyone that's not black yet? Shall we come back to you?
I'm not really sure of names of people, you know. So it's
it don't roll off my head like.
I know.
What's her name?
There's a Megan.
Who? Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. You don't think she's pretty?
She's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, she don't
She's-
to my
she's-
mind. Man.
I feel like there's a point where she was. There was an aesthetic that she was very much being pushed towards, and so I feel like she might have shown up on a lot of people's radar, but not mine. So, yeah, Eva Longoria.
How you feel about that, Chiz? You know who that
She's
is?
pretty, but yeah.
There was another Eva. I can't remember her surname.
It don't hit me like.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm not.
I need someone to.
To be like, oh,
Yeah.
for sure,
Yeah.
hands
Yeah.
down.
But I again, like, you see, like, I can't. Based on your question, I would find it very. I'd struggle to find reasoning with the man who said like, she's not nice.
It goes back to what you said about some man's 10 out of 10 is the next man's 2 out of 10.
Of course.
So like,
But that's what I'm trying to
me
establish.
and him, I'll say me, him, Gabriel, Marvin, out of my brethren have similar taste. I could pick for him.
Really?
Hand
Yeah.
pick, blind.
Like blindfolded,
Like-
I could like he could trust me picking for him,
That's
but
dope.
I won't trust.
It's good and
I
bad.
won't trust. Yeah,
That's a good thing.
It's good and bad.
it's good and
I
bad
guess
because
it's
it's a
bad if
clash.
like you all see a girl and you're all like, oh, I want her.
Yeah, we all react at the
That's-
same
yeah,
time.
that's iffy.
But now
How do you
I know.
How do you sort that one out?
I know on the other hand,
How do you settle it?
rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper. But I know on the other hand, there's some of my brethren where, like one of my brethren, Colombia,
You're
I
just
would-
really on.
I
Wait,
would
wait,
never-
wait,
You're
wait,
just dropping
wait.
No,
like
like, I was
mad
just-
names.
no, I'm saying
there
I would
was
never,
Keisha,
I would never
like,
trust Colombia picking for me.
Because he'll pick for himself. And the same
Yeah,
goes for
and
you.
it's just
And you lot have got a different type.
totally the
Okay.
clear opposite.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Taser, I'll be 50-50 with. Like he knows what I like, but our spectrum is slightly.
I think what he
You know what I mean?
what he means is this, yeah.
But
because you're just doing a lot
but
right
Colombia
now.
is just that's a
There's no point.
There's certain man that like I know I could be like, oh right, Chiz, I'm looking to date, and he'll be like, alright, cool, say less. There's no conversation because he knows in it, and vice versa. And I think just leave it at that, really, innit? Without mentioning names and.
No, I'm just saying everyone's just got different. So what I might see, what me and him would see is wow. Tell him like, that's too much.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas what someone like my other boy Colombia might see, you'll be like, oh yeah, that is I'm like okay.
Not
Like
for me.
yeah, my reaction is just always okay. He's like, right, what do you think? I'm like, right, I'm not gonna say the negative that is rolling through my head because
Yeah, of
that
course.
person don't deserve to hear that from me, and you don't need to hear that from me, and you might go say it back to that person, but I already know what I'm thinking. I'm like, yeah, that's.
But then on the on the flip side now, there's certain, like, imagine, yeah. I'm gonna show you off camera, yeah,
Why?
because I'm not gonna yoga flames this man's life like that. But yeah, there's a particular ex of mine from way back when, that one,
Yeah.
where I remember showing her to him, and he was like, "Oh, she's all right.
Showing your ex to this person. Okay.
Oh, she's all right. I'll show you in a minute, actually." Brother, if you see his girl, bruv, she is broken down. And it's really, really bad. It's really, really, really,
What, his girl
really
now?
bad. She's broken down. Like, broken down. Like, I can positively say, if I scrolled through my phone book, and I wouldn't even approach any of the man them like, raw, I got a thing for you. I'd be like, raw.
Can you please?
I'd be like, listen.
I need a favor.
Yeah, word. I need a favor, or it's bad. It's really bad.
So basically, you were offended that he said that your ex was not popping.
I'm
and now his thing now is not popping.
I'm reinforcing the statements that have been made.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. One man's trash.
But it gets down to the same thing. There's certain man. This is another reason why I said even if I think a comment of someone and I don't think she's that nice, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
I have to see. I have to see.
I'm not.
I have to see.
I'm not gonna-
here too. I have to see.
But
like-
contextually,
Like I'm not gonna.
I need to see.
All right. Okay. But
That's unfair.
Like,
okay.
you know,
Okay. That's fair. All right.
if let's say like even if
Oh, come on, man.
like,
Sorry.
but
She said,
you get
"Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
man."
Even if I think it, so like I've heard a man say, like one time a man see me trying to talk to someone, and said, yeah, nah, man, that girl is dead. In my head, yeah, I thought, huh? But I wanted to clap back by saying, rah, but you got with. But I thought to myself, you know what? Let me respect myself and hold back. That's why I said, when I might be thinking the thought, but I'm not gonna say it because I feel like if I say it, I'm being bad mind. I'm gonna make you feel a way about yourself now because I've clapped back fast and said something you don't want to hear, and you might be thinking it, but that's the love of your life. Then you go tell your girl that, and in my head I'm thinking, right, I'm not the one dating your girl. I get along with your girl as well, so I don't need to have no negative thought about your girl and spilling it out. So instantly I'm just like, you know what, humble yourself, Chiz, and just like he might cost your preference, but you know, like, you know what, that's the love of his life, that's his. But me and you know like you shouldn't be giving those comments because
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying. The same guys are the ones who always have the most opinion on how women look and she should look like this, but they're always the ones who always end up with the girls who, man, them always look at them like, rah, like you're always talking about this girl's not a this, she's a 6, she's a 5, she's a 4, but you're the one rolling around the gargoyles and gremlins. But I'm not gonna say that to you. I'm just gonna keep that in my head because I don't want to blow your confidence.
I can't.
No, because I don't want to blow their confidence, so I don't need to say it out.
I said gremlins. Brother, do you know what happens to gremlins when you put water on them? You meet a girl, and I could see this girl like a mile off. She's just a slosh, or she's...
A what now?
Right.
A slosh? Did you say a slosh?
I'm sorry.
What's that? It's that thing that you mix Ray nephew with.
I'm sorry. Let's like she's just any waterhead, yeah, and like she is just wrong for you, yeah. Because you're into her. Because as me, see me personally, as your brethren, I'll be like, yo, see this one here? I don't think that's it, big man.
Yeah.
As your brethren, I feel like that's okay and correct for me to do.
Yeah.
Would you disagree?
No, you could,
and you as well, please. Actually.
No, you could take in the criticism, of course, but it's up to you to.
No, I know you,
Yeah.
and I know what she's coming with, and I'm like, big man, that is not for you.
But how do you know her?
You're getting specific. You have to be specific.
Yeah, you have to be
You
specific
can't just
on
be
how
like,
you
that's
know
not
her.
for you.
Yeah.
I will.
Or you know info about her and.
No, it's not an info thing. Like it's like, you see. All right, let me give you an example. You're a gym man, yeah.
Yeah.
I know this one's here for the gym man. I can say, big man. It's because you're doing up gym. Yeah. When you let's say for example you might have a plan to switch it up and not like do gym publicly, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that that's not gonna be for her, so I can say to you, oh, big man, this one ain't for you. Having made that assessment and knowing you,
yeah,
be like, right, this ain't for you, you know.
Yeah.
Like just you can arm's length and keep it stepping, but
yeah.
this one ain't for you.
Yeah, it's a bit of a soft spot for me. So I have done such a thing before.
How'd that turn out?
Not great. So
your friend fell out with you?
I honestly cannot even get into it. I honestly cannot even get into it. But yeah, I feel like it's your responsibility if this person is your good friend and you feel like they might be making a mistake, then I do feel like it's your responsibility. I just don't think that it always works out the way that you expect it to.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I think I would be surprised, like if a friend of mine, if I was dating someone and a friend of mine had info or whatever, like was under the impression that it wasn't a good idea and they didn't say anything, I'd be highly offended. If I found out like later on they were like, oh yeah, well I wanted to tell you, but bro, you should have told me.
You might tell someone something, and next minute they're kicking off at you.
100%.
Well, that's what she's saying. But my next question is now, yeah. So how do you then feel about, let's say Fiona, yeah, you got with this guy,
yeah,
and you end up being together for 3 years,
okay,
and it pops down here,
right,
and then your girls are like, yeah, do you know what, Fiona? He was never for you, you know.
I don't want to hear it. Like I would be livid. But the thing is, me as an individual, I'm the kind of person, I'm very honest, I'm very straightforward. So I'm going to tell you that at the time. If you're my friend, I'm literally going to say it to you. If you come to me after we've broken up and start saying, but I always thought, bro, I don't even think we're friends anymore. Like, I don't know.
So they should have told you at the time.
100%.
Okay. For you to then decide whether or not to take it on board or not.
Of course, but then I have that expectation, but a lot of people can't handle the truth. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
No, 100%.
So it's easy for me to say you should tell me at the time, but there's a lot of people.
No, 100%.
If you say it to them, they don't really want to. When I was younger, I used to work in H&M, and I was working with. So much information. I was working with a girl. And I also had a friend.
People are going to start doing their Googles. H&M, what year was this?
I was working with a girl, And I also had a friend who I used to go to college with, or I met in college. I think I was in uni at the time. And basically, I discovered that they had the same boyfriend. And I'm like, wow, what should I do now? Obviously, this girl's at work talking about how exciting it is. They're going on a date, this guy, this and this. And this one is really like in this relationship with this guy. So one day, probably the same day, because I'm a bit impulsive, I've been working on that. I said to both of them, basically within like 20 minutes, I had the same conversation with both of them. Because I didn't want him to have 24 hours with this one and then she only found out the next day. So I told her as we were finishing the shift, and on the way home, I told her, and he basically told them both that I was crazy.
Probably
I think
said you liked him or something, innit?
Yeah.
I think
Classic line.
very classic. I think she ended up. I can't remember if she stayed with him, but she definitely did, and she did not forgive me for it.
Are they still together?
Of course not.
Just checking. Because sometimes if you know, like if they ride the wave, then it might
it's
work
like,
out
okay,
worth
fair.
it. It's like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah. So in that situation, that's like, what do? You find out that information. You're just supposed to sit on it.
Mind your motherfucking business. That's what you do these
The
days.
thing is, nowadays, because I was like, he hated me. Like he hated me after that. So moving forward,
If you saw you in traffic right now, do you think he'll run you over?
I don't know. I don't know if he's grown. I don't know if.
Here's a
But
question.
he was so angry at me at the time.
Were these your co-defendants?
No, the girl that I used to work with, obviously we were cool. We were colleagues. The other one, we were pretty close. We used to run a business together, so we would see each other often, very often, several times a week.
Okay.
But yeah, we were cool. We weren't like homies. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
But we were very cool. We used to spend a lot of time together, so I felt obligated to share that information.
Okay.
But
Cool, fair enough.
if it happened today, I probably wouldn't say anything.
I don't
Depending
think-
on who it was.